All right, everybody. Welcome to some SBF basketball. You guys voted on it, and we're giving it to you. Tonight, you're going to see the Motown Ballers taking on the Anchortown Polar Bears in what should be an absolute thriller that I am very excited to call. Alongside me tonight, I have Lion.
Glad to be here.
As you look at these power rankings right now, the Ballers sit at the top, whereas the Polar Bears are not in the top 10. No surprise, as the Polar Bears have completely reshaped their team for their season. I'll let Lion talk about that for a moment.
Well, they were very open to the public and to the other GMs that pretty much everybody was available. Everybody had a price, except for Michael Self and a few others who weren't really up for discussion, but they held true to their promise, and they traded for essentially half of the first round of next year, and have gone in full rebuild mode, pretty much not even halfway through the season.
Yeah, we'll see how it pays out as they are in rebuild mode, yet they're still winning basketball games. Let's see if they can win another one tonight. Dylan Webb, early with the three, can't get it. Deon Richmond pulls it down, pushes it up to Weaver. Weaver going to work on Oliver Barber. Can't get it to go. Good D by Barber. Foster with the board and the push. Lonnie Forbes, step back, alley-oop!
Ooh.
Michael Self throws it down. Here comes Clyde Warren. Just traded for him. Playing out of position. Clyde Warren is a catch-and-shoot guy, but the Ballers have him handling the ball. Here comes Zach Boulder, trying to show us that he has the ability to dribble. Draws the foul on Oliver Barber there.
Ballers looking to trade for a shooter for a while. Finally might have found their guy in Clyde Warren, but interesting to see him put at the point guard position.
We'll see how he does at that spot. Warren, mid-range pop, got it to go. That's what they wanted. They wanted somebody in there to shoot the ball. That's what Clyde Warren does.
That's what they got.
Here comes Lonnie Forbes now for the Polar Bears. Double screen set. Gets Barber open. Barber for three. Blocked by Richmond. Richmond in MVP talks right now, mostly for his defensive ability, as Michael Self sinks the deep two. Deon Richmond, real long, lengthy body. Can get up and contest most shots. Great pass by Clyde Warren to Zach Boulder. So far, Clyde looks like he's fit pretty well in that point guard spot. Let's see how he does defensively against Dylan Webb, though. Webb, one of the best weapons on the Polar Bears team. Double screen set. Webb's open. They don't get it to him, though. Self sets the screen up Barber. Barber drives. Barber puts it up. No good. Richmond's able to get the board. Here come the Ballers again. Richmond down low to Weaver. Weaver with the inside position. Self can't stop it. That was a case of just a phenomenal pass, put the defense in a bad spot. Lonnie Forbes gets it on the wing. Drops it down. Michael Self going to work on Boulder. Self tries to spin the other way, but Warren's there for the steal.
Never knew he was there.
Great move by Self, but better D by Warren as Weaver tries to pop it. That's no good. Self pulls it down. Here comes Foster. Over to Forbes. Over to Self. Self trying to go back to work on Boulder. And set the screen. Takes it out. Good passing right now. Ballers were able to stay with their man throughout the entire duration of that shot clock. Great D by the Ballers as Richmond goes up strong. Can't finish. Battling for the board. Boulder comes down with it. Boulder goes back up, and there's Self with the block. Both teams playing fantastic Ds. Here comes Dylan Webb. Tries to get it over to Barber, but Barber can't hold on to it. Richmond's driving. Here's Dallas Hawkins now. The long, small forward. Great defender, very patient with his play. Gets gets stripped there by Barber. Both teams playing fantastic defense here. But Webb gets the mid-range jumper to go. 6-6 now. Clyde Warren setting it up. Both teams have got to control the turnovers. Warren, step back three. No good. Great look though. Forbes down low to Foster. Easy slam. Good timeout call by the Ballers, as you see. Looks like Jordan Harrison is ready to check in for the Ballers for the first time tonight.
This is really interesting to see how close this has been right away. I was kind of expecting the Ballers to come in and just blow the doors off them from start to finish, but Polar Bears not looking bad at all. It's a 2-point lead right now.
Weaver back to Hawkins with the open three, can't get it to go. Here comes Dylan Webb, gets it to Sean. Foster goes up strong, can't finish it, but will get the free throws. Yeah, back to your point on the Polar Bears. The Polar Bears have been a very strange team. They may have blown it up, but the players that they traded for, they all seem to play well together, and they all want to win. They make that very clear, night in, night out. Where the Polar Bears start to struggle is when their bench comes in. Very clear. They traded away everybody. They have the weakest bench in the league. So we'll see when the bench comes in if they're able to maintain this lead. As Richmond gets it out, Fields lays it up and gets blocked. Foster outrunning everybody, gets the layup to go. 5-point lead now for the Polar Bears. Jordan Harrison in the game, Daniel Fields in the game for the Ballers. Fields drops it down to Dallas Hawkins, turn, fade. He loves that little Dirk move, but doesn't get that one to go. Foster, great pass to Outlaw, who gets blocked. Outlaw and Harrington both in the game for the Polar Bears right now. Those are the two bench players. Give it into Lonnie Forbes, over to Dylan Webb. Webb takes the screen. He's got the matchup he wants. Harrington gets blocked by Boulder. Richmond kicks it out. Jordan Harrison, open three. That's no good. Boulder gets another rebound, puts it up. That's no good. Offensive rebounds killing the Polar Bears on that possession. The Ballers just getting whatever they want on the glass. Here comes Lonnie Forbes. Nice alley-oop look, but can't execute it. Deion Richmond patiently setting up the offense. Alley-oop finds Jordan Harrison.
Oop on the other end to show him how it's done.
Deion Richmond, a great passing forward. Absolute facilitating monster. So far, this has been a very close game. Again, seems like a defensive contest as we have 21 points between the two teams towards the end of the first quarter.
It's going to be interesting whether or not a defensive game benefits or hurts the Ballers going in as the expected favorites.
Good strong move there, but he can't finish the play. Great move by Daniel Fields. The quick little turn and shot there. That was a great strong move at the rim. Forbes had the shot. Took a little bit too long to set his feet, though. Still trying to go to work. Forbes shoots it, can't get it. Boulder with the rebound. Boulder over to Fields. Fields has the look. Didn't take it. It's over to Richmond, who gives it to Harrison. Harrison now. Looks like they're going to give him some space. He's going to take a screen. Takes the screen again. Drives past. Wow!
Wow!
What an athletic move at the rim by Jordan Harrison.
The confidence to try that, let alone make it.
Dylan Webb through everybody, can't get it to go. Here comes Deion Richmond. Jordan Harrison made that last athletic layup. He got it to go. Let's see if they give it back to him, and they do. 5 seconds.
All eyes on Harrison.
Shot clock and the game clock. Harrison takes 2 screens, drives to the rim again, lays it up. That's good.
Oh!
Jordan Harrison finishing strong at the rim tonight. Polar Bears have 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Webb for 3. No good. Good look, though. 5-point lead coming out of the first quarter for the Ballers. As this has been an absolutely thrilling game, the Polar Bears have slowed down since their benches started coming in. Just a matter of time until we see Michael Self come back to the court, though.
Oh yeah, different ball game.
And here we go. Jack George checks into the game for the Ballers as he throws an alley. Morris Sr. is able to save it, gets it to Boulder, who can't score over Self. Barber, 2v2.
Whew.
Doesn't make the extra pass, doesn't get his guy open. There's Outlaw with the 3, though. RJ Outlaw, the recent free agent acquisition for the Polar Bears, drains the 3 on that play.
And that should shake off a little bit of the ice.
Sometimes getting your first basket's the most difficult basket. Harrison has it at the wing. He's got 3 seconds to work. Takes the screen, gonna have to shoot the 3. Can't get it, but there's Morris Sr.
Quickly up and in.
Again, offensive rebounding, killing the Polar Bears. The only rebounder they have on the team is Michael Self. If he doesn't get it, nobody gets it. There's Dylan Webb for 3. That's no good. Self with the board. Self draws the foul and can go to the line to shoot 2. Self able to get the first to fall. And he drills both of them. Clyde Warren, Jack George, Dallas Hawkins in the game for the Ballers, alongside Weaver and Boulder as Hawkins pops mid-range. That's no good. Boulder with the rebound, puts it up, draws the foul on Michael Self. This is going to be a very good big man battle tonight between Zach Boulder and Michael Self. As you see, both players have been playing very physical basketball so far. On the floor for the Polar Bears, we have Self, Barber, Harrington. We have Dylan Webb up top. Harrington has it in the post. Spin. Misses everything. That's the free agent acquisition. That's been struggling. Clyde Warren, open 3. Got it!
Wow. Shooter immediately paying dividends for what he wants.
That is exactly what they brought him here for. RJ Outlaw, the 5th member on the floor right now for the Polar Bears. Gets it down to Harrington. Puts it up again. It gets blocked. Harrington struggling hard right now. Wide open Dallas Hawkins in the middle. And the Ballers are starting to run away with it. This is what I was talking about earlier. Harrington and Outlaw both struggle very much on defense, allow the other team to get scoring fast. Barber puts it up, no good, but there's Michael Self, kicks it back to Barber. Open three, that's no good. Fighting for the boards, they're not able to come down with it. Weaver gets it. Pass out to Jack George, open three, that's good. Just inside the line, they're going to call it a 2. Barber drives, being guarded by Clyde Warren. Step back, puts it up, no good. Warren with the rebound. George down low to Hawkins, able to finish that play. An absolute flurry of points right now for the Ballers as they push their lead to 13.
Polar Bears are going to have to dig in their heels and stop this run if they want to have any chance in this game. That is a big lead to have this much time left in the second quarter. Close to getting doubled up.
Here comes Lonnie Forbes. Gets it to Self, puts it up, and gets it to go. This is one thing I question about the Polar Bears is why do you not get the ball to Michael Self more often? I understand Self is not a selfish player and he doesn't call for it. But when he's your best player on your team, you've got to make him become that selfish player. As Weaver gets everybody on the backdoor cut and gets the wide open layup. Forbes. Being guarded now by Jack George. Down to Barber, who gets blocked by Hawkins. This Baller squad is just playing with confidence right now. Zach Boulder back into the game. Boulder decides he doesn't want to pick up the foul, tries to draw the charge, and Lonnie Forbes just wiggles right around him. Another great pass. Jack George, Clyde Warren, both those guys are facilitating this offense to perfection. Foster back over to Forbes. Barber, wide open 3. That's good. Easy bucket on that one. That's a stat that you won't see Michael Self pick up, but he sets a beautiful screen that leaves his teammate wide open. George, questionable shot. Can't get it to go. Ballers will retain possession.
Even the Selfs that play for Georgia, they just do a little bit of everything.
This should be the three-point contest for the ages, as you see multiple Talents players in there. Let's hope that the Talents don't shoot themselves out of the three-point race before the All-Star Weekend festivities come.
Any less than 2 people in that race is a massive disappointment for our franchise.
Alley-oop, Self's able to interrupt it. Polar Bears have the numbers, but they don't find the good shot. George was late to transition. Now they have another 2v1. Weaver doesn't find the shot, but he's able to get it to go. Both teams terrible transition offense the last 2 possessions. Thankfully for the Ballers, Weaver is still able to score. Foster hands it to Forbes. Forbes wants to set it up. Barber, open mid-range shot. That's good. Here comes another timeout. The Polar Bears are down by 10. Let's see what the coaches can draw up here. Harrison back into the game. He was electric when he came in the first time. Gets it over to Richmond. Jackie Morris Sr. setting the Richmond screen. Richmond drives, gets it to Senior. No good. Senior with his own rebound and then puts it up and gets the score. Timeout, Polar Bears. They were not happy with how they performed outside of that timeout.
No, they were not.
Self, open three, no good.
Oh, man.
Field setting it up. Takes the Morris Senior screen, drives, and Self gonna get the hard foul. Lucky that one's not a flagrant.
Got a lot of arm on that one.
Sometimes it just looks like Self gets frustrated out there when his team hits one of these cold streaks.
Yep.
A lot of rumors swirling that the Polar Bears are looking to bring in the Self trio of Damiana, Sean, and Michael.
That would be a trio.
Double team comes. Self kicks it out, but they're not able to score quick enough. Forbes, wide open. They get it to him. He shoots. Can't get it to fall as the Ballers tip it out of bounds. Morris Sr. knew that Self was going to get that rebound, so he put it in a spot that nobody could get it. Out of bounds. Down to Self. Self, the double comes again. Webb, mid-range. That's good. These Ballers are doubling up on Self every time he touches the ball. If he's able to find the right man on the kick out, they should get a lot of easy buckets. Jackie Morris over to Richmond. Richmond step back. Back down to Morris again. Good pass and an even better layup. Ballers offense is looking fluid here. Just under a minute to go in the first half. Hawkins pulls down the rebound. Pushing tempo, gets it over. Richmond very hesitant to shoot threes, holds on to that one. Harrison, mid-range, no good. Foster pulls it down. Foster pushing tempo, up to Barber. Forbes out to the wide open Self for three. That's good. Just inside the line, they're going to call it a 2. Ballers need to score fast if they want a 2-for-1, and opportunity is gone. Hawkins going to take a bad shot anyway. Morris Sr. able to get another offensive rebound to save the possession. Polar Bears, as long as they manage the clock properly, this should be the last possession.
Go after it for a block.
Instead, Webb tries to score over everybody and gets blocked. Self over Foster.
Oh, good point.
The double team is constantly coming over to Self. 3, 2, 1. From the logo, no good. Couple inches off. 12-point lead going into the half. Ballers are absolutely looking smooth, whereas the Polar Bears look like they struggle anytime Self exits the floor. As always, your halftime show will be brought to you by the Lion King. It's his opportunity to talk about his talents. Go ahead, Lion.
Well, your halftime talents report brings you new information about the three-point contest. As you might have noticed, we had 2 players in the top 3. Now, this team obviously shoots the most threes in the league, and you might be thinking, hey, that philosophy doesn't appear to be working for you. You've never finished in the top half of the standings, and you're consistently performing poorly and have no future with draft picks. And I say to the person who makes that argument, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Please stop pestering me. ending the press conference. That is the state of the Talons basketball.
How do you feel knowing that you're a three-point team and you only have 2 players in the three-point contest?
One more than anybody else.
But I don't think we have any other three-point shooting teams in the league.
And that's why we double them.
And there's your Talons report. You guys don't want it, you don't ask for it, you don't even need it. But we're giving it to you anyway.
Matter of fact, there's a lot of complaints about it, but we are here for you.
But we don't care as we start the second half with the Ballers. Here comes Dion Richmond. Gets it down low. Senior draws the foul. Interesting to see that the Ballers are coming out of half with Jackie Morris Sr. still on the floor. He's not a starter, but he's hot, so they're going to let him play. They're going to give Zach Boulder some more rest. Jackie Morris Sr., an undersized big man, has been competing very well with Self tonight. As you see there, he's able to contest the shot and then get the rebound. Warren to Weaver for 3. That's good! 5 points in 30 seconds coming out of halftime.
What a deadly shooting combo that could end up being between those two.
Self draws the double, kicks it out. Webb. Richmond with the beautiful closeout. Ballers have the ball again. Here comes Weaver. To Warren. Warren thought about it. Offensive 3 seconds as Self would not let Morris out of the paint. Come. Dylan Webb over to Self. Self to Barber. Barber takes the screen, drives. Picks up the foul on Zach Boulder. Looks almost like Barber was outrunning Boulder there. Boulder was afraid to lose him, so he just grabbed him. Here we go, Foster. Inbounds it over to Webb. They got 12 seconds. Webb's going to take the screen. Kicks it down to Self, who puts it up, and Boulder has to foul again. There's 2 quick fouls for Boulder coming out halftime. Self gets the first to go. And his second shot is up, and it's good. 15-point lead now for the Motown Ballers as Richmond is bringing the ball up. Richmond's got 2 shooters surrounding it. Takes the Boulder screen. Great crossover to get wide open at the rim and then slams it home. What a crossover. Here comes Dylan Webb. Gets it over to Barber. Barber back to Webb. Webb to Self. Self puts it up. No good. Here comes Richmond. It's Hawkins who does a quick turnaround and score on Lonnie Forbes. Just like that, it's back up to a 19-point lead for the Ballers. Here comes Forbes. Puts it up. Warren has to foul. First foul of the night for Clyde Warren. Shooting 2. Got the first. Second one is up, and it's good. Shot is up, and Weaver is able to knock it down as it is now a 20-point lead. The Ballers. Polar Bears have got to play stronger defense. Webb mid-range, that's good. Great screen set by Michael Self. Let's see if the Polar Bears can stop him now defensively. Here comes Clyde Warren. Takes the Richmond screen. Ward finds Richmond, throws the lob, and Richmond slams it home. What a great alley-oop. Forbes double team now, gets it to Self, mid-range. That's no good. Self is cold tonight, shooting jumpers. Weaver, another open dunk. This game is starting to get away from the Polar Bears. Motown getting whatever they want offensively tonight.
This is more along the lines of what I expected to see from the beginning of the game. But
Self, and he gets it to go.
Seems like whenever they get Self involved, good things happen.
As you see, Self is gassed. He's got the Gatorade symbol. This is the downfall of the Polar Bears. Unnecessary foul because Self is tired, and that is his fourth. If Self comes out of this game, it will be an absolute blowout. And that's Harrington checking in. That should be Self coming out. Nope, it's Foster. They're going to leave Self in with 4, even though him being ejected could be costly, because they know if the lead continues to grow that the game's already over. Ballers with another double team. This time, Hawkins able to force the jump ball, and that's been the difference of this game, is the Ballers keep double teaming and the Polar Bears can't find the open man. Hawkins wins the possession for his team. Here comes Jack George. Low post screen getting set there for Boulder. And then Boulder comes up, sets the screen for George. George drives, mid-range. No good, there's Self. Over to Forbes. Forbes driving. Kicks back, Dylan Webb. Dylan shoots. Good. Jack George, very patient to set up the offense here. Shoots another mid-range, that was no good. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins with the reverse. That's no good. Self's defense is too strong, but he can't stop Boulder on that one. Here comes Webb to Self. Great alley-oop. Richmond now bringing the ball up. This is Dallas. George over to Weaver. Wide open mid-range. That's no good. Here comes Self. They need a score here. RJ Outlaw. That's good. Cuts the lead down to 19 for the Ballers.
Gonna need to do a lot more of that if they want to have a chance in this one. Don't want to call it over this early in the game, but they're going to need to do a lot.
As you see, league leaders in steals. Jamarius Randall, number 1. Forbes, number 2 with 2.6. You see Russ Hopkins, the deadly shooter, at number 5 with 2.1 steals per game. That's why Russ is my favorite shooting guard of the league. Here comes Jordan Harrison, tries to drop it down to Deion Richmond, but can't get it. Lonnie Forbes gets blocked. Daniel Fields in transition, able to stop the easy layup. Webb with the ball. Oliver's trying to set it up. Barber, who draws the foul on Richmond. Both teams seem to be fouling a lot. Seems to be getting pretty chippy now.
Looks like it.
Ballers need to be careful. They can't let their emotions get away from them. Harrison drops it down to Morris. Morris will win this matchup all night. Good post move, draws another foul. That's Self's 5th. Remember, if Self comes out of this game, Harrington and Foster will have to remain in the game for the rest of the game because they're the only 2 big men on the team. It'll knock them both down. Interesting to see Jackie Morris Sr. stepping up and outperforming Michael Self on multiple plays tonight.
Yeah.
We have Self for 3. That's no good. Boulder with the board. Let's see if they attack Self.
I think a couple of those missed for Self tonight.
Harrison, easy. Mid-range jumper. Dylan Webb, you see he's gassed. Performs, everyone seems to be gassed. Barber drives, can't get him to go. There's Richmond with the board. Here comes Daniel Fields and Jordan Harrison. Now Jordan and Self with the block. Risky going for a block with 5 fouls, but he does it. Polar Bears, Forbes getting double teamed, puts it up anyway. Here comes Jordan Harrison. Alley-oop! Richmond, no good. Morris Sr. gets the ball back as Harrington blocks him from behind. Barber gets stripped by Fields. Everyone's fighting for it. Barber comes down with it and then shoots it for some reason. And Boulder gets the rebound. This is just becoming a messy game.
I guess.
Jordan, mid-range floater, no good. Boulder puts it up strong over Barber. That's an easy one. .3-point lead now for the Ballers. Webb drops it down to Self. Self backing down Richmond. Double team comes. Barber open 3. That's no good. Harrison's got 5 seconds to work with. Shoots the 3. No good as Self pulls down the board. Going into the 4th, we have the Ballers leading the Polar Bears by 23 points. I doubt the Polar Bears can come back into this one, but let's see what kind of fire they come out of the quarter with.
Regardless of whether or not they're going to win, I think they knew that going into this game that they weren't going to beat the top dogs of the league right now. But let's see what kind of fight they have, especially with this the doubt that people have had with their depth. When Self is out of the game, you might have people with chips on their shoulders. Let's see what they can do.
And here we come, the start of the 4th quarter. Oliver Barber has the ball. Tries to force up another bad shot as Boulder gets the board. Easy transition bucket for Daniel Fields and picks up the and one opportunity because of Lonnie Forbes. I've had the pleasure of calling multiple Polar Bear games this season, and this seems to be the story of their season. Performed really well in the first. Rotations start to come in, and then they fall apart. As you see, Jordan Harrison strips Harrington on that play. There's a matter of time before the Baller reserves come in, as Harrison finds Hawkins wide open towards the rim.
Harrison making a lot of fans this game.
Foster finds Dylan Webb with the easy layup.
We'll need a lot of those.
And you see Polar Bears shooting 37%. That has been a big reason for their downfall tonight. They've missed a lot of open looks. They've missed a lot of wide open opportunities as Harrington fouls Clyde Warren up there. They're also providing the Ballers with plenty of free throw opportunities tonight. Those are just instant buckets with how good the SBF is at free throw shooting. See, these Ballers fans are still in the game even though their team is dominating. Looks like a lot of the reserves have checked in. I see Clyde Warren and it looks like Jack George still in the game for the Ballers. This Kwegbu, not sure who he is.
Yeah, that's a new one.
Kwegbu takes the screen, he's going to shoot it. That's no good as Fergie pulls down the board. Fergie crosses up his opponent. There's Foster. Gets it down to Max Colson. Colson picks up the foul on Barnes. This is the first. Don't worry, guys. We only got to go through 5 minutes of this. Kwegbu with the board. Pushes it up. There's Jack George. That's somebody to watch as he misses. Harrington getting some much-needed practice. Still out there. I think the Polar Bears would be smart to put RJ Outlaw out there as well. Force them to continue to grind. Harrington gets it over to Fergie. And moving screen or off-ball foul by Clyde Warren. Interesting to see Clyde Warren continue to play for the Ballers, considering he's a starter. Here comes Byers. Warren, back-to-back fouls. He's got 3 now.
Warren is not only in the game, he is playing the game.
Yep. At this point, Warren is starting to remind me of Kyle Korver that one time he made the All-Star game. Like, listen, bro. At this point in the game, we're not playing this hard anymore. Warren doesn't care. He's only got 1 speed. And that's hard every time.
He's out there debating throwing flagrants.
And it looks like Byers got his foul back on Warren. Makes you wonder if Clyde's out there smack talking under his breath. Seems to be everyone's getting chippy with Clyde tonight. Dylan Webb, Self, Lonnie Forbes, Oliver Barber back in the game. Polar Bears must think that they have a chance. As
apparently they saw something.
Ballers also check in, and there's Zach Boulder with the block and the rebound.
I feel like that exact play should tell the head coach for the Polar Bears what they need to know.
Here comes Weaver. Boulder setting a screen to nobody. Finally sets the screen successfully, and Weaver gets the floater to go. 18 points tonight for LaMarcus Weaver. Here comes Webb over to Forbes. To Oliver Barber. Polar Bears patiently setting up offense. Double team is here. They're not able to break it. Now they are. They get the pass down to Foster, who puts on a pretty move to score over Hawkins. Here comes Clyde. Clyde, mid-range. No good. There's Michael Self with the board. 4 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. As time winds down, does a win like this make any difference to the Polar Bears? To the Ballers. Does it change anybody's opinions on them, or do they kind of remain the same? Lion. And it looks like I lost my partner, so I'm going solo. As Hawkins with a beautiful pass over to Roy.
We are back after some technical difficulties.
All right. Well, my question to you while you were gone, does a win like this for the Ballers make any difference to their season, or is this just an expected victory that doesn't really change much?
Well, going into the season, I don't know if anyone had the Ballers going in as the #1 team. There was a little bit of pushback for the Ballers even putting themselves as their top 5 team. So getting business taken care of with some of the lower quality teams right now is absolutely important, because we've seen some of these top teams collapse, like the Bobcats did earlier this season after they were sitting pretty on top. So while it might not be a landmark victory to beat a rebuilding team by 20+ points, it's the kind of game that good teams take care of business with.
And that's something you're not seeing by the Rattlesnakes right now. The Rattlesnakes they're beating the Assassins, and then they'll turn around and they'll lose to a lower end team. I believe the Polar Bears actually beat the beat the Rattlesnakes during week 5. The Rattlesnakes were sitting on top of the standings, but after a couple of losses to the Chupacabras and the Polar Bears, Rattlesnakes have fallen a little bit.
Yeah, and these kind of emphasis games on where you already know you're supposed to win are the kind of wins that teams that are contenders for championships do, not just good teams.
Yep, you're seeing it with the Stingrays as well. Yes, the Stingrays have been towards the top of the standings all season, but they take care of business even against teams where you might under-prepare for them. It seems like they prepare night in and night out.
Yeah, they're one of those teams where if you see a team performing well against them, it's a very big deal. Not just win, beating them is monumental.
As Patrick McCall scores there. Self back out to Colson. Colson to Self. Self over to Fergie. Interesting. Self has Lamarcus Weaver down low, and they're not going to him. Actually, that's not Lamarcus. That's just the guy that looks exactly like Lamarcus, but bigger. Here comes Weaver. Drives and gets the and one. Harrington with another Forrest defensive play. Here comes Maximilian Gray.
That's a name.
Over to Max Defer Colson. Colson drives and gets the layup to go. As DJ Colliff Barnes with the push. Surprised he didn't get called for the foul on that defensive play. Here comes Patrick McCall. Weaver gets himself open mid-range. No good. As Self pulls down the board. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here. They need this one. Colson, good dribble move. He loses it. And then throws it away. Self pulls it back down, though. Great offensive play by Max Defer Colson. Here comes Weaver. The Ballers, no time to spare. They need to score quickly. Here they go, and he gets it. He gets it to go. What a dunk by LaMarcus Weaver. That's the game, folks. Weaver just closed it out. Max Defer Colson has something else to say about it as Harrington. Oh, that's Akwegbu. Akwegbu is going to go to the line. It is Harrington. Akwegbu's on the Ballers. I know these guys. Harrington misses 2. Akwegbu pulls it down. Weaver needs to get this. He's got 8, 7, 6. Weaver's just setting it up. He's going patient. Double team comes. Akwegbu's going to have to fire. He doesn't get the shot off in time.
And a thriller to end it.
A thrilling finish here as the Ballers win by a score of 94-68.
Horn-to-horn action.
Thank you guys for watching. Remember, not all games are blowouts like this one, just most of them. Hopefully you guys tune in to the next one. I'll make sure not to show any more ballers for you guys.
No more.
Good win tonight for the Ballers as they keep atop the Eastern Conference. Again, I say thank you guys for checking this game out, and I will catch you on the flippity flip.
Later.